What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel, Vince's Predictions and More. Today I have my college football playoff prediction. So, let's get started. Here are my contenders. First, I have Oklahoma Sooners, Clemson Tigers, Washington, Michigan Wolverines, Ohio State, the Florida Gators, LSU, Alabama, Miami, Texas, and Georgia. Now, the reason why I have Oklahoma on this list is because I have them winning the Big 12 championship. And the reason why I have Clemson on this is because they're in the ACC, which that conference kind of stinks. It's pretty easy to get to the conference championship. So I think they're easily going to make it on the contenders list, and they're very good. So, yeah, 2 reasons. Then you have Washington. Washington, I have them on here because I think that they will win the Pac-12 championship versus USC. But I don't have USC making it into here, the contenders list, because they're not very good. It's like the Pac-12 isn't the greatest conference either, so I think it'll be pretty easy for them to make it to the playoffs. But we'll see. Then I have the Michigan Wolverines, and the reason why I have them is because I have them going either 11-1 or 12-0, and I have them winning the Big Ten championship. Then I have Ohio State. Now, it's always possible because I have Ohio State going 11-1, but if Michigan goes 12-0 or 11-1 and they go to the Big Ten championship and win, then Ohio State wouldn't make it to the playoffs, I don't think. But then if Michigan loses and they're 11-1, then they go 11-2. But the reason why I have Ohio State on here is because the Michigan schedule really matters for Ohio State. Ohio State would need them to lose versus them or in the game, and Ohio State would need Michigan to, if they made it to the Big Ten championship, to lose that game. So I think Ohio State has like about a 45% chance of making it to the playoffs. Then I have the Florida Gators. Now, the Florida Gators had an amazing year last year. Even though the record wasn't the greatest, they beat Michigan in a bowl game, which they blew out, actually. They blew out Michigan. So I think that Florida will pretty much easily make it on this list, and I have them making it to the SEC championship because I don't think Georgia or LSU will make it. Moving on to LSU. I mean, LSU, I don't even think that they will make it to the SEC championship. Last year they kind of choked in their Final Four games versus Alabama. They lost that game. And so I don't think that the LSU has a big chance because they have such a hard conference. The SEC is such a tough conference to play in. So I think LSU has maybe a 35% chance of making it to the playoffs. Then you got Alabama. I have them pretty much easily making it to the playoffs. Yeah, they're in my SEC championship, and I have them winning, beating Florida. And then you got Miami, which I believe I had them in the ACC playing Clemson. And I had Clemson winning, obviously, because, Miami will make it to I have them going to the ACC championship and losing, so I think they have like a 10% chance of making it to the playoffs. They're a pretty decent team. They're not terrible. They're not bad. They're just decent. Then you got the Texas Longhorns. Man, I have them going to the Big 12 championship and losing to Oklahoma, which I think might be the best conference championship game this year because they're like almost equal teams. I really hope to see that, but I think that Texas will lose that game. So that I think they have like a 15% chance of making it to the playoffs. And then Georgia. Now Georgia, I don't think that they will make it to the SEC championship. I think it'll be Florida and Alabama, so I think Georgia has like a 15% chance of making it to the playoffs. So now we move on to the eliminated. These are the first 4 eliminated that I think that are for sure gonna not make it. Not for sure, but Miami, because I think they're gonna get blown out, and I don't think they're gonna have a good season either. It's just because the ACC is pretty bad conference. So I think that they will be eliminated, and then I think Texas will be eliminated. Just because they play Oklahoma in my predictions in the Big 12 championship. So I have Texas getting eliminated, and I have LSU getting eliminated, which to me isn't surprising because I think that like LSU is not, I don't think they'll be like the team last year. I think they won't even make it to the SEC championship. So yeah, same thing with Georgia. I don't think that they will make it to the SEC championship. They lost Justin Fields. I mean, that's just kind of minor, but I don't know who their quarterback is. So, I mean, it's just little things that can affect huge teams, and it can make them worse. So I think those 4 will be eliminated. And Texas, I mean, I don't think they'll be for sure eliminated, but I think that it's pretty tough because Texas is going to be a really good team this year. Then the next 3 eliminated are the Florida Gators, because I think that they will lose in the SEC championship versus Alabama. Then Ohio State, I think that they will lose to Michigan, like the first time in a couple, like, I don't know, 15 years or something. So I think that Ohio State will lose 1 game, but I think that other teams will be better than Ohio State. Then I have Washington. Washington, I think that they're actually probably going to go like maybe 11-1, maybe 12-0, to be honest. But there's better teams out there, and they're in like the Pac-12. It's not really a good conference. There's like Washington and like Washington State, like Utah and USC. Those are like the 4 main teams in that conference. So I think those 3 will be eliminated. And here is my 2019 college football playoff bracket. Boom. Number 1, Clemson. Number 4, Michigan. Number 2, Alabama, playing number 3, Oklahoma. So my first game is Oklahoma scoring 27, and that's pretty, decent for like playing Alabama. It's gonna be interesting to see what will happen if that happens. but I think it will be 27 Oklahoma, 38 Alabama. The reason why I gave 38 to Alabama is just because their quarterback is super good. I think that Alabama will be moving on to the finals for like the fourth year in a row or something like that. I mean, will they ever be bad? Who knows? Then you got the bracket. Alabama eliminates Oklahoma. And then there was 3. Michigan and Clemson. I think Michigan will score 35 points. Now, that's a lot of points playing Clemson. But it's Clemson. They're super good. Michigan has probably a 45% chance of winning this game. And Michigan will score 35, and Clemson will score 42. I mean, it's just because Clemson's offense is super good. I think Michigan will be eliminated by Clemson, 42-35. And then there was 2. Clemson versus Alabama, a rematch of last year. Let's see if Alabama will get the revenge. Now, this game has happened for the past 3 years, maybe 2, I can't remember. It kind of gets annoying, but it's pretty likely to happen. It has a 85% chance of happening, in my prediction. Well, I think Clemson will score 35 points. Now, I don't know if that's enough. I mean, I don't think that could be Alabama can score 42, 49. So let's see. Your college football national champions will be, drum roll, Clemson. For the second year in a row, I think that they will win 35-31 in the national championship. I think they'll repeat last year, but I think it's going to be closer and better game. I think it's going to come down to the final 2 minutes. It's going to be a pretty interesting game if this happens. So yeah, there's the bracket. Clemson is your national champions. Yeah. I mean, I think you guys probably would have thought it would be Clemson or Alabama, and you guys were right. They're probably the best teams in college football right now. So, thanks guys for watching. I have Clemson winning the national championship. I really don't want them. I want Michigan, possibly Texas. I kind of like Texas, pretty nice. I like Florida too, but so yeah, thanks guys for watching. It's pretty much all. So peace.